Hi guys, gonna have a look at doing something basic. See if I can make a little car out of junk. I've got a plastic bottle there. Also got a drinks carton, orange juice, that one. This one I'd already crushed up and thrown away. So at the moment I've just washed it out again, put the cap back on, and I'm leaving it in the sunshine to see if it pushes all the bends out of it again, see if we can restore it. So we'll come back to that later. So back to the bottle. We'll see if we can make a simple little car. Then we may convert it to rubber band powered. We might even make it fan driven. In fact, there's quite a few things we could do, but we'll start off with the basics. So, plastic bottle. We'll need some wheels. Now, I like to use CDs, but I'm going to assume that you haven't got CDs. So I've got a cardboard box here that had something in it, obviously. And I'm going to cut some wheels out of it. So we'll have cardboard wheels. Don't like cardboard wheels because they don't grip very well, but we'll see what we can do. Alright, first of all, see if I can open this up so we can use as much of it as possible. You might be able to hear Nanny in the background. She's making food. Right, I'll assume that you haven't got a compass, which is that thing with a point in it and a pencil for drawing circles. We'll see if we can make something. If we just cut one of these flaps. Right, if we want to make a circle, we want to put something in that we can draw around like that and make a circle. So we need a pin. I happen to have some map pins here. And we also need to decide how big we want the wheels to be. Now, I usually work on making them about the size of a CD, which is about 5-inch diameter, but I'm just going to guess because I'm going to assume again that you've got no measuring instruments. I've got a ruler, but I've got a pencil. Oh, I have got a ruler there, but I'm not going to use it. So we'll just guess. I mean, I got big hands. I'm going to go about there somewhere. In fact, if we make a hole there, wiggle it around a bit, get the pencil point through. Right, you do want to make sure you're not going to stick the pin into your best table. So I've got a bit of wood there I'm going to go into. And make sure I push that in. Okay, so I've got a circle, and most important, I've got the centre marked on it. Now, if I just made that too big, I think we might be alright. Let's have a look. Just alright. That's 2 wheels. There's a bit of wood. Oh, your pin's coming out. You want to make sure your pin doesn't come out. Otherwise it makes a mess of your circle. again. Okay, come across again. You could use an old book that you don't read as the protection for your table. In the old days we had telephone directories. They were always handy for this sort of thing, but we don't have those anymore. Okay, so we've got 4 wheels there. Trying to save some of this cardboard because we might want to use it for something else. Right, we've got 4 wheels and we know where the middle is. Because when you just draw around a dish or something to get a circle, you find it difficult to find the centre. You might find it handy to cut a few extra bits and stick them over the middle to thicken it up, depending on what sort of glue you've got. If you've got any glue, if you haven't got any glue, you might use tape. So I'll just do a little demonstration there. Push that right through both, and that just makes that a bit stronger. Right, next, what are we going to use for axles? Now, I happen to have barbecue skewers. They will do the job. You might have to search around a bit to see what you've got available. Pencils will do, but they're a bit big, thick. So if you can find something that sort of size, an old metal coat hanger, you could cut that into lengths for the axles. You could use plastic drinking straws at a push, but they're not very strong. They do work, but they're not very strong. And that's just reminded me of one of my old videos where I used plastic drinking straws. Put a bunch of them together. But anyway, right, so let's assume we're going to use the plastic bottle. You really want the wheels or the axles to be parallel. If they're up and down, then the car's not going to go straight. So, depending on what you've got to make your mark with, we'll make, let's find something to make a mark. Something like that, and you can draw around, and that get you a parallel line at the bottom, and then you need something similar up at a height. Something like that, that's solid, that you can hold it still, and you can go all the way around like that. Before you do that though, if you look very carefully at the bottle, it's probably got a seam, a very thin line on it that goes top to bottom. I really don't know if the camera will pick this up, but there is a seam going along there. So that'll help you keep it parallel. Most bottles have got it. The Coke bottles have got it. It's the way they manufacture them. Pencil's not going to be very helpful for marking on there. Probably not going to see it. So I'll go and get a felt tip pen. Right, felt tip pen. So those are seam. So that's given us a mark to know where we want to make the holes. Got my pin again. Now, unfortunately, that felt tip pen is quite thick, so you're going to have to try and judge the middle. That's our positions. We need to open those out. Again, your pencil might do it, depending on how strong your pencil is. You'll probably find, as is happening here, it'll move offline a little bit as you're doing this, which is annoying. It's just what happens. Now, if we're actually going to use these as the axles, then those holes are much too small. You could heat up a nail or something in a flame and melt the hole through. That is a much better way of doing it. If you're careful and don't cut your fingers. I usually heat up a nail or use a soldering iron. I'm trying to do this as basic as possible. You'll be surprised how big the hole needs to be to make it a really loose fit. Right, so basic bottle with holes in it, basic cardboard wheels, I'm using that for something, the end's sticky. There. I think that's glue. So, push that one right the way through. Don't push it too tight, it's got to be free to run. It's got a bit of something glued to it already because these have been used before. Right. Now, we do have a little problem there because the wheels are too close together and they'll rub against each other. So what we really need to do is put a spacer in there to hold them apart. But it will run like that. So we'll just demonstrate that on the floor, and that'll do for now. That's just our very basic car. So there we go, our absolute basic car made from scrap cardboard, plastic bottle and a couple of barbecue skewers. We will do more, but I just thought I'd do an absolute basic using simplest materials so we can get started. Thanks for watching. You'll find more information down in the video description. You might like to watch that video up there, and you might like to subscribe over there.